So this video is specifically for Clemson Tom. I don't know how many of my fellow Mountaineers have seen this, but before the Orange Bowl, obviously this is after the Orange Bowl, it's like 5 in the morning, I can't sleep. Um, he decided to make a long video about his a pregame for the Orange Bowl, if you will. And he goes on to talk about how they're gonna whoop up on the old Mountaineers. Let's address one thing first. This guy, his English is awful. I mean, I know I'm not one to talk. I'm from West Virginia. I have an accent. It's whatever. But this guy, I mean, most people, you think South Carolina, you think beaches and palm trees and maybe like old people in condos. I don't know. This guy is like, wow. I mean, he should have been West Virginian. He should have been a Mountaineer. He acts like one, but he's not. Um, he slams West Virginia from all these different angles, and I don't understand where he came from on any of them. One of my favorite ones is, first of all, he slams on the Mountaineer, our mascot Brock. He says it looks like we took the ugliest, pimpliest ginger we could find and gave him a fake musket. So there's two things wrong. One, Brock's not ginger. Two, the musket's real. So he says we sent him into a fake fur store, I think is what he said. And he says something about a raccoon belt. That's not right. It's a coonskin cap. A fox head, which I've never seen Brock with a fox head. And a kilt. Like a Scottish kilt. We're not Scottish. We're Mountaineers. It's a leather suit. It's like a rawhide suit. But, you all know that. I'm clarifying this for him. He goes on to talk about some of our players. Geno Smith being the first one. He says Geno Smith is listed at 6'3" and 214. And he says, Geno doesn't look 6'3". I've seen him on TV. Well, no kidding. Who hasn't seen him on TV? How can you judge someone's height on TV? He goes on to say, oh, I bet he's only about 6'1". Is like, he must have a big TV to be able to tell 2 inches of height difference on somebody. I mean, I don't understand this guy. It's like he did this purely for attention, and let's move on to another thing. He's obviously not in college anymore. This man obviously lives by himself, drinks beer out of his camouflage Clemson koozie, and just he slams on any team he goes against. He has a whole series of videos. Most of them get a lot of downvotes, but he has a whole series of videos where he talks crap about whatever team he's about to go up against. And no matter what, he always finds a way to turn it around and talk crap about the other team. So I'm really interested to see his response to this. It was 70-33, record-setting game. Geno Smith ties the Orange Bowl record for most touchdowns thrown in a game. Tavon Austin with 3 touchdowns in the first half, 49 points after the first half, which, by the way, America, 49 states out of 50, that's only West Virginia said that we would win the Orange Bowl, and look where we are. 49 points, one for each state that didn't believe in us in just the first half. I mean, it was obvious that we let up on him. Paul Millard comes in. He's doing his thing, and we're still scoring. He threw a pick, but we're still scoring. We're still getting down the field. Bruce Irvin had a little problem. He ended up coming back. Stedman Bailey, he cramped up a little bit, but he stuck through it. We've got players like tired. We've got players who are tired and cramped up and still doing better than every single person on Clemson. I mean, Clemson Tom likes to talk about, he wears this big belt with a big tiger print on it and says, oh yeah, we're the champs, you're calling them the champs. The champs of who? The ACC? I mean, he talks crap about the Big East, and don't get me wrong, we're about to leave the Big East. I don't like the Big East anyways, and not for football anyways. And he's talking crap about the Big East. Oh, you're calling them the ACC champs. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that getting a fake plastic belt made you the champion of the world just for winning the ACC. West Virginia has more BCS wins than I'm pretty sure the entire ACC put together. So, I mean, Which one's the better conference? You tell me. Oh, what else does this guy do? He goes on to slam just West Virginia as a state, not even just the team anymore, the whole state. He talks about the wild and wonderful whites of West Virginia, because a movie determines how the entire set of people are. He calls us stupid and inbred and meth users. I mean, I know I'm not an Adonis or anything, but there are plenty of normal people in West Virginia, myself included. A lot of people come to WVU from around the world. It's a good school. It's a good state. And he just talked crap about the football team. I mean, that's fine. A lot of people really get into their football. I'm a big football fan. I'll talk crap. I mean, look at me. I'm making this video. But he goes as far as to criticize the whole state of West Virginia. And that's what really got me about all this. He knows nothing not only about the football team, he knows nothing about the university, and he knows nothing about the state, obviously. He gets into talking about going hunting and all this. He just rambles on and on about nothing. I want him to address the game, what happened in the game. I honestly think we deserve an apology. I think the state deserves an apology. The university deserves an apology. Geno Smith and the rest of the team deserves an apology. And last but not least, all of YouTube deserves an apology, because this video has way more views than it deserves. And this guy, I mean, just after that, it wasn't like they barely lost or something. He was like, oh, 2011 was a great year for Clemson. In the beginning, yeah, it was. They were 8-0 in the beginning. Clemson was really looking like a good team. And then they lost 3 or 4 games in a row and came back and beat Virginia Tech to come to the Orange Bowl. And, props to them on that. But, they finished 18th in the nation, but they still got destroyed as bad as they did. But somehow he's still going to find a way to praise him. I want him to realize just how bad it was. That's the most points scored in any bowl ever. There's no way he can turn this around. There's no way he can make excuses. I want Clemson Tom to accept defeat and apologize. That's all. If I can get that, I'll be a happy Mountaineer. I'm sure everybody else will be too.